It's been too long. Too long since we've heard the noise. Too long since we've seen the faces. Too long since we've had them behind us every step of the way. You see, rugby league might have returned, but it's missing one thing. You. Because this is a region like no other. A region fueled by fanaticism, fueled by faith, fueled by fans. You see, we can win.
The first win of the season for Newcastle Thunder.
We can lose. We can draw.
Newcastle Thunder are level.
Whatever the result, though, it just hasn't been the same without you. But it will be this weekend. It will be our region again. Our rugby league again. Our club again. Facing facts, but finally, after too long, for you, for the fans.
Yeah, there might be a rugby league game going on Sunday, but no prizes for guessing what the main story is. Yeah, after over 14 months away, we'll be finally seeing rugby league fans at Kingston Park, and we cannot wait to have you back, whether a Newcastle Thunder fan or whether you're a Halifax Panthers fan. Like that video has just said, it's not been the same. It never could be the same, but this week it can be once again. And there's a cracker of a fixture awaiting you. If you're lucky enough to be there this Sunday, if you haven't already, get your tickets sorted at thunderrugby.co.uk. It's the Newcastle Thunder taking on the Halifax Panthers. And as ever, before one of our home games, we're looking ahead to this match in this special press conference. So without further ado, let's get into it. And let's bring in the men at both clubs. Great to have Eamon O'Carroll, head coach of the Newcastle Thunder, and Simon Grix, the equivalents at the Halifax Panthers, of course, joining me right now. Gents, thank you very much for popping along. There's only one place to start, I suppose, before we come on to the actual game itself. Fans are back. Eamon, it's your first game in charge of the Thunder with the supporters in. How much are you and the players, I suppose, as well, looking forward to it?
Yeah, we're excited, mate. It's obviously it's been strange times over the last couple of years, so really looking forward to welcoming the Thunder fans, and not just the Thunder fans, but the Halifax fans here as well, and create a great atmosphere. I think Halifax have sold over 200 tickets, which is brilliant. So yeah, really looking forward to finally getting our chance to meet everyone, and the players are excited to finally play in front of some spectators.
I mean, they've been relatively dramatic games, I think it's fair to say, at Kingston Park, even without the fans so far. What extra do they bring to the table in the game? What do they add to the players and you as a coach?
Oh, hopefully they'll just bring that next level of intensity. You know, when you're running out here and there's no crowd, no one shouting, screaming, there's just a lack of atmosphere. I think players throughout the whole of rugby and sport really have done really well to play without them, but everyone's really looking forward now to finally getting them back in. And obviously you always want that little bit of home advantage with your home fans, and I've not experienced our fans yet, so that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to experiencing. Yeah,
like Freddie's just said there, Simon, 200 Halifax Panthers fans hopefully coming to Kingston Park on Sunday, which is a tremendous turnout in itself. What's it been like for Fax without the fans?
Yeah, just echoing Eamon, really. It's been real difficult. Creating your atmosphere has been part of it, and we haven't been playing up that well, and you do get a lift off the fans being there, I reckon. So yeah, it's good to get them back in, and hopefully, as you're saying there, 200 people are travelling up in decent numbers. They've all been really looking forward to having it. It's church for these people. They've missed it dearly. So yeah, we're looking forward to having them in. And hopefully, it's a good game to welcome them back to.
I was going to say, how much extra importance does it add to the players and to you about this game, knowing that you've got such a crowd following you from Halifax for Sunday?
Well, I think for some lads it's new. Obviously, they're new to the club and they've not been in front of our fans yet. So I think, they'll experience what it means to those people. And yeah, it's good to have them back. Hopefully they're behind us. It's one of them things with fans in the ground, isn't it? When things are going well, they're great. When they're not going great, they'll be there to let you know they're not going great. So either way, we'll know they're there, won't we?
We noticed in the football a couple of nights ago that when the fans are back, I think it took them about 10 minutes to start booing one of the teams. I won't mention which football team it was, but great to have them back regardless. Listen, before we get onto the actual game on Sunday, let's look back at the last couple of weeks, because neither side have had a game in the last couple of weeks or so. Freddie, we'll come on to you first. The form coming into this one, difficult loss against the London Broncos 2 weeks ago, but how much has that fortnight helped in terms of getting some players back, but giving you a bit of a breather as well?
Yeah, as we spoke earlier, probably the last thing we would have wanted going into the London game was going into a week off, but it's probably been a real positive just in terms of being able to get some bodies back and get some bodies on the training field. So yeah, it has been good for us, although again, frustrating just because we feel like we've been a new team and want to get some rhythm, and you get that through playing. You know, we're like most teams in Championship, you're very limited with the amount of training time that you get. So trying to find rhythm through our games and just having that stop-start to the season has been quite frustrating. But look, it is what it is, and we just have to crack on. So we'll get a few bodies back this weekend, which is good, and just looking forward to finally getting back out there again. It feels longer than 2 weeks, I'll say that. So
I know we've talked about it a few times this season as well, that the squad kind of need to get to know each other off the pitch as well. And we talked about that trip to London potentially achieving that. Do you feel now that they're gelling better off the pitch? I know there was a loss against London, but the trip, the camaraderie amongst the team, they're getting to know each other better. Yeah,
definitely. And again, it's not just Newcastle, it's everyone. There's a lot of teams in Championship where they have lads who travel, and just with the restrictions and COVID, lads are literally travelling up, getting out the car, training straight back in the car when they're off. So there isn't that time to gel, but I think you have to make the most of it when you are on the field. And look, travelling down to London, certainly it was good for us. Spent 4 or 5 hours on a coach together, no one could get off. So it was good, and you get to see some lads coming out the shell, which has been really good too. So yeah, I won't mind, finally getting out there and doing some things together as a team. But I'm sure most coaches feel the same.
So for 2 weeks off, largely probably a bit of a benefit for Thunder. So, Sam, what was it like for Fax coming off the back of a shutout win against Dewsbury? Surely as a coach, you want to be getting straight back into another game, don't you, to keep the momentum up?
Yeah, definitely. I think, like Newcastle, we probably had a bit of an indifferent start as well, and getting that rhythm is important. So having a week off after a decent win where you just want to go again is a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. We all knew what could happen going into this year, so we just have to get on with it, don't we? I'll echo Eamon again. It's been the most bizarre pre-season I've ever been involved with in my time in the game, and almost sucking the fun out of it, the clinical side of the COVID stuff, and it's been difficult. We've had a big turnover of players as well, and yeah, we're getting there, but it does hinder you a lot when you can't spend that time social, however it's just going for a beer together or whatever. It is different, but the games have come around, it started feeling different, and as things start easing, I'm sure the lads will start spending more and more time, which will be great. But yeah, we're looking forward to this game. A week off, as I said, it's not ideal, but we knew on Tuesday we had the week off, so we then had the opportunity to spend Thursday, Friday just focusing on ourselves really, and then weekend off, and then obviously turn our attention to this game.
Yeah, hopefully things easing so the lads can start getting out for a beer or two every now and again. But just on that performance against Dewsbury, how important was that? How pleased were you with that performance and result, given the fact that it was 3 straight defeats going into it?
Yeah, I think it's been frustrating, really frustrating. We could quite easily have been sat here 5 from 5 now. We've been beat, and we've had a real big contribution in that ourselves. We let ourselves down quite a bit. So, yeah, it was nice to get a win. The shutout was nice, obviously, but Dewsbury are a good team, particularly on their patch. It's a difficult field to play, and they play it well with 2 old heads in Sykes and Finn. So, yeah, I thought we did a good job, a good disciplined job, and we can build from that now and start layering up.
And that leads us perfectly into this weekend, this Sunday. Freddie, what sort of encounter are you and the Thunder boys expecting against the Panthers this Sunday afternoon?
A real physical one, to be honest with you. Obviously, just like Simon there said, their performance against Dewsbury, I thought they were really dominant throughout. So, we're going to have to be on it in terms of that. I just think that they're very disciplined side and play to some good structures. So, again, I think we just have to focus on ourselves at the minute. I think we're not at that point where we can focus too much on the opposition. There's things that we need to be getting right and things that we're working on ourselves. So that's our main focus going into this game, but having some awareness of what will be coming at us as well.
So what are the fans going to see from Thunder then in that case? What needs to go right, do you think, from your perspective? Without asking you to give too much away, of course.
No. Hopefully a disciplined performance, and I'm not talking in terms of penalties or anything like that. I just mean disciplined in being able to stay within our structures and do what we want to do. I think we've been doing that, but just for periods of games. We've not seen an 80-minute performance from Thunder yet, and that's one thing that I really want from the team at weekend.
Simon, obviously, you've already played one of the championship. I mean, is it fair to call Oldham championship newbies, obviously, with the season curtailed last time around? But from what you've seen of Thunder this campaign, what are you expecting come Sunday?
Kind of exactly the same as what Eamon just said. They're physical, big boys.
Today, mate, you're cheating.
Some big boys through the middle. But they're a good team, and I think the 3G pitch, makes things different for both teams as well. And even if the weather's not great, I think without it being sticky mud everywhere, and that is an opportunity to play the ball a bit. So, and Newcastle have done that in the games I've watched. They've not been afraid of chancing their arm and challenging opposition, from anywhere on field really. So yeah, we need to be on. We need to be on it definitely, and playing every play. That's a big thing for us. And much like Eamon just said, I don't think we've had an 80. Yes, we got a shutout against Shrewsbury, but for a large part of the game, I think we were dominant and we did stay within our structures and did what we said we were going to do, which is a thing we've had a problem with. So now, as I said, it's layering up. Can we do it again? Can we go a bit longer? Can we sort of add a little bit more to his game as well? These are all the questions we need to answer at weekend.
You mentioned the 3G pitch there. Are the lads at Panthers excited to kind of get playing on that? Obviously, being a fast track, it allows for faster play, faster game, everything along those lines.
Yes and no. Some of them still, I think there's still a thing about 3G pitches where some might not like it and so on. But the surface up at Newcastle, much like London's surface, they're good surfaces. So yeah, it's not a drama, but it's one of them. The match will play out as it does on the day. It's all right going in with the intention of being a sort of conservative or throwing the ball around a bit. I think what happens off the back of it will dictate how it goes later on. But we'll certainly be looking to build a game. We won't be throwing it around from the first second of the game anyway.
Good stuff. Well, listen, lads, I've kept you long enough. I've fired questions at you on a Thursday long enough. Really appreciate your time today, and should be an absolute belter. It goes without saying, of course, but best of luck on Sunday. Should be a cracking clash, and we'll see you both on the weekend. Really appreciate it.
No,
thank you very much.
Cheers,
and you guys watching, the fans, it is all about you this Sunday, of course. The supporters are back. That naturally means that there's no R-League coverage to plug, no dates or times to get wrong, like I certainly did in the last press conference that we did. So all that's left to say is, if you haven't already, get your tickets sorted for this one. 3 p.m. kickoff. Just checking that's definitely right. On Sunday, visit thunderrugby.co.uk and get them sorted ASAP. Newcastle Falcons had fans back on the Monday night. We're expecting big things from the Newcastle Thunder fans on Sunday. So get those tickets sorted ASAP. You can see the details up on the screen right now because it has been far, far too long. Honestly, I know it sounds like a cliche, but we cannot wait to see you. Over 14 months, like I said, right at the very start without fans. We need you back. We're delighted to have you back on Sunday. Thank you very, very much for watching this pre-match press conference, and we look forward